Dzień dobry, witajcie serdecznie Was witam. Dzisiaj przepiękne popołudnie. Dzisiaj będziemy widzieli się z bardzo wyjątkową grupą reggae. Dwóch członków zespołu, Emilia i Stuart, zaszczyciło nas dzisiaj swoją osobą. Chciałabym Was serdecznie zaprosić do rozmowy z nimi. Za momencik się połączymy, za chwilkę również, jeśli będziecie nas już oglądać, bardzo proszę też piszcie, skąd jesteście. Dzisiejsze spotkanie odbywa się przede wszystkim w języku angielskim, natomiast Emilia jest z pochodzenia Polką, natomiast nasz gość, Stuart, jest anglojęzyczny. W związku z tym zdecydowaliśmy się głównie posługiwać się językiem angielskim. Zapraszam absolutnie wszystkich, piszcie skąd jesteście w międzyczasie, a ja już patrzę, czy Emilia oraz Stuart dołączają do nas. Za momencik, już za chwileczkę. Również jeśli uznacie, proszę udostępniajcie ten materiał. Ja go również udostępnię. Bardzo proszę piszcie, jak się dzisiaj czujecie, czy wszystko u Was w porządku. Jeszcze mamy chwilkę czasu, więc za momencik zobaczymy, czy tutaj wszystko nam dobrze działa. Widzę, że jeśli nas słyszycie, nie słyszycie, bardzo proszę potwierdźcie, czy dobrze nas słychać, czy dobrze jestem też widoczna. Za momencik będzie z nami już również Emilia i Stuart. Słuchajcie, piękny dzień, ale mimo wszystko na pewno nie będziecie żałować, ponieważ będzie granie, będzie śpiewanie, będzie piękna opowieść o podróży muzycznej, zarówno Emilii, jak i Stuarta. Także bardzo Was serdecznie zachęcam do tego, żebyście wzięli w tym udział. I już za momencik patrzymy, czy już do nas dołączają nasi goście. Hello, hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hello, hello, hi. Dzień dobry, witajcie. We'll start just a brief introduction in Polish, and then we're going to switch to English. So, dzień dobry, cześć Emilko. Hello, Stuart. Tak jak już mówiłam naszym gościom, naszym oglądających nas, będziemy się dzisiaj posługiwać głównie językiem angielskim. Jeśli sama zadecydujesz, Emilko, że chcesz coś powiedzieć po polsku, bardzo proszę. Natomiast wszyscy są przygotowani, że głównie nasza rozmowa będzie odbywać się w języku angielskim. Powiedzcie, jak się czujecie? How are you today? You just tell me, how are you feeling?
Yeah, we feel good.
Yeah,
Also good.
Some days ago, so yes, up and running.
All right, okay. So where are you based now? Are you in Petersburg, or are you in London? Where are you now?
Portsmouth.
Portsmouth. Okay, Portsmouth. Okay then. Well, it's I'm more than grateful having you here, to be honest. I wasn't expecting even two of you. I was thinking maybe, you know, there was loads of things you're doing at the moment going on as well. I know you record a lot of things, and you've been rehearsing. So thank you for finding time, to both of you. I think what I'm going to do is just start a little bit with Emilia, a little bit question about your journey, how it all started, and how you've managed to meet up all you together. So if you have a chance to tell us a bit more, Emilia, how it all started, your nice journey with the band and with Stuart.
I've met Stu on Facebook. That was 8 years ago, about 8 years ago, and we connected through our Facebook friends. And the fun fact is that we never actually met her in real life.
No, neither of us have. Yeah.
Magdalena. And, yeah, so you know, this is the power of social media, and yeah, and since then, well. Back then I was living in London, and I was just praying for the band because I knew that I need to go back to music through like more performances with a live band, if that makes sense. So I prayed for the band, and then Stu contacted me through Facebook, and the rest is history.
Yeah, long history.
He lived in Petersfield at the time, and I traveled all the way down from London. We've met, and then we just started working together. So he had loads of music and I was doing some reggae music already, more like solo projects and stuff in UK. Because when I was based in Poland, I didn't do reggae at all. I was more of a blues, soul, and jazz.
I was going to ask you, why reggae? Why did you just decide to, choose reggae?
Ja myślę, że reggae wybrało mnie. Reggae told me. I was going through some horrible time in my life, and I just felt that I need to go back into my passion, and my main passion in life is music and singing and writing. And the only option and the only opportunities which came my way at the time was through reggae music, meeting different producers and people who introduced me to different studios. So I had a chance to get to know this music a bit more, because my background is completely different. And yeah, so now I can definitely say that reggae music saved my life. So I can't leave it now. This is what I do.
That's great. That's great. I mean, this is definitely not a coincidence, I can tell you. I'm sure it's not a coincidence. I mean, the way you sound and the way you bound is kind of fitting into the voices and the tones, and I mean, the energy you're creating is absolutely amazing. I mean, I've heard all your songs available on YouTube. I didn't have a chance to buy anything as of yet, but I'm gonna go do that. But every single one is just better and better. And it's just so easygoing, and it's, I mean, to me, it's so creating that very positive energy, which I think we all need at the moment. And I also was going to ask you, Emilia, I mean, how are you coping in those difficult times for musicians, artists, considering all the lockdowns and things like, kind of limiting us in all different sides? How are you managing? What's exactly your strategy at the moment?
Well, we actually doing really well, so we can't complain. I call it, I don't really call it a lockdown. I rather just give it a name, a slow down, because finally we both had an opportunity to speed up certain things to do with music, strictly with music. So we had a chance to put a plan together and make things happen. Like, for example, Rainbow Arc Productions, which is our record label. And yeah, we've been doing quite a lot, actually. We've done how many songs?
Well, we've got I've done about 12 different songs over the summer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So
wow.
Not all quite finished yet. Not quite all finished, but mostly in an advanced stage.
Yeah.
I might get there.
Yeah. But
okay.
It's very productive, actually. It's been very.
Can you tell us a bit more? Can you tell us a bit more about Rainbow Art Production? So where we can find a bit more details about it? I mean, if you wish to do that, Stuart, please do.
Okay. Well, Rainbow Arc Productions. I started Rainbow Arc as a label, predominantly for the band. It's a bit of homage to Lee Perry's label Black Ark, which he was always my greatest hero. It sort of was just something as a vehicle for the band, but it's grown now. Emilia's come in, and it's now something where we want to engage other artists, bring other people into the fold. So we've already released an EP with 5 different female singers on it. So it's about shows eventually. Obviously, we haven't been able to do much of that, but as well as actually a recording studio and putting out music online, we want to actually create shows with a little bit more of a holistic vibe, not just a band going on and a DJ, but maybe interviews, other kinds of acts as well. We've even thought about comedy and things like this. So we just really want to create a bigger picture.
Okay. And can you also mention, because I believe you've got your own radio broadcast. So
yes.
Can you tell us a bit more about it?
Well, Rainbow Arc Reggae Show goes out every Saturday. It's a local FM radio show in the Waterlooville area, which is a town quite close to Portsmouth. But it goes out online on the flashonair.co.uk. It's a 2-hour show every Saturday night. And it started with the Flash was very much a blues and rock radio station. And a friend of mine suggested to me that they were looking to expand the ideas. So I approached them and said, would you like a reggae show? And they said, well, we've never really thought about it before, but send us a demo and we'll give it a go. And tonight my 103rd show is going out. So I think it's been going out pretty well.
Wow. Can you also, once we've finished, can we also get any kind of links to where people can find you? So what station, where what kind of details we can pass to anyone interested?
Well, it's the flashonair.co.uk.
Okay.
And you can find it on TuneIn by going for the Flash on Air on TuneIn Radio.
We'll send a link.
Yeah, we can send you a link. Yeah.
Okay. Stuart, once you're actually chatting, can you tell us a bit more about your love to music? I've heard it all started since your childhood, but can you just tell us a bit more about it?
Yeah, I've always been in love with music. One of my favourite stories from my childhood is when my mother tells me that every time the Beatles' "She Loves You" played on the radio, as a little babe, I'd sit bolt upright and start jiggling on her lap. So, so the Beatles, and that where I kind of started. As a teenager, I was about 14 in 1977. Sorry if that helps you reveal my age, but it was when punk was all the rage in Britain. And so there I was, a teenage punk, and I wanted to be in a band. So I started our first punk band when I was about 14. And I think we thought we were amazing, but I have heard recordings since to suggest otherwise. But we had so much fun. It's through that I got introduced to the reggae, really, because John Peel was the only real DJ on mainstream radio who played punk music. And he also had a big love of reggae. And he used to play a lot of reggae amongst his other stuff. And I heard the band Culture. And it wasn't that I didn't like reggae before that. I just wasn't massively into it. And he played a few tracks by Culture, which really drew me in. And I remember seeing them live in 1978. And this was the beginning of the journey. And by 1980, I'd switched from playing guitar in a punk band to playing bass and starting helping start Portsmouth's first reggae band in about 1980.
Okay. Okay.
Well, that was sort of about it. I played through most of the 80s playing reggae, but took a little bit of a break from music. Started again towards in the early 90s, but I was doing more sort of techno and dance music, very electronic stuff. It was around about 2007 that I'd been quite ill and I'd had to give up my job. And I sort of found myself at home in my home studio, and I kind of wanted to get back into doing more reggae. And I did a little dub album, which led to the creation of the MightyZ All Stars. And we gigged for a while, and we had a couple of vocalists. Unfortunately, our vocalist died of cancer, and the band was in limbo. There was sort of just three of us still creating music, writing tunes, not really quite knowing what we were going to do with them. And I was kind of looking to the heavens saying, do I carry on with this? Can you give me a sign? And it was then that I saw a post on Facebook where EMiliYAH's song Complete, hosted by Magdalena, looking for people to work with. And I listened to the tune, thought it was absolutely amazing, and the voice was just phenomenal. So I thought, well, got to be worth asking. So I asked, and there we are. There, like she said,
I think that was the answer from heaven. So that was it. Yeah. All right. Can you also tell us about your, let's say, DJ role? So as a DJ, is it just what you're doing? Is it just basically taking part in the radio broadcast, or anything else apart from that?
Well, I do live DJing out. I do it. Sometimes I will DJ at our gigs, although I often leave that to other people because I've got enough to do. But we do DJ reggae nights in town. Well, we used to. I mean, before lockdown, we haven't really done anything for a while. I also do a bit of like Northern Soul and Motown and that kind of thing as well. But the main thing is the band. It means I don't actually have a lot of time left for the DJing. So I stick mostly to the radio show.
So, as a band, as you can see it at the moment, so what's your plans? I've seen some little list of concerts. So you're going to be performing in Poland. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Well, maybe that's over to you, Emilia. I think
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
That.
Tak. Zapraszamy bardzo serdecznie na nasze koncerty w Polsce. Yes, we have a couple of gigs lined up in Poland. Mamy parę koncertów w Polsce we wrześniu, teraz 24, 26 i 27 oraz w następnym miesiącu, w październiku. To jest 9, 10, 11, 15, 16, 17 i 18. Także teraz dokładne listy, I don't really remember the whole list of the cities we are playing at, but
It's fine.
Będzie to południowa Polska.
I'm gonna paste it underneath so everyone sees that, okay?
Super, super. Thank you.
Okay, that's okay.
We've got gigs lined up in Poland, which I'm personally like extremely grateful for. And we will be playing these gigs with a friend of mine, Włodzimierz Kiniorski, znany ze współpracy z takimi zespołami jak Izrael, Brygada Kryzys, and all sorts, like so many different projects he actually did in Poland. And so these the gigs which we'll be playing, we will be promoting the album I've recorded with Kinior 2 years ago, which is called Imagination. So we will be playing some songs from that album, and then we'll be playing some our material and some Kinior's material. So it will be a musical feast.
Okay, great.
And then
okay.
2nd of October we are playing in Portsmouth as well. So we're coming back after 3 gigs. We're playing in Portsmouth on the 2nd of October.
Yep.
Yeah, and then we going back again to
Don't
Poland.
forget on the 2nd of October we're also having a new release coming out.
On the 2nd of October we've got a new release. We're releasing a new song, Magnificent, and hopefully the video will be ready as well on the 2nd of October.
Crossed.
I was gonna ask you, I know you've mentioned, Emilia, that you used to cooperate with some famous names like Dreadzone, Misty in Roots, Lee Scratch Perry, and Suzanne Cadogan. So can you tell us a bit more about that? I mean, how you've managed to find those people? What kind of situations you went through to get them together and have a chance to perform with them?
Well, it was again, I think, very big luck, really.
Yeah. I'll tell the Susan Cadogan story.
Yeah, you can tell Susan Cadogan, and you know, it's like, for me, girl from Poland playing with all these legends is absolutely crazy. Like, I still it kind of feels like, you know, I'm still dreaming, you know, having all the behind me, reminding that, you know, we did a support for Lee Scratch Perry twice. I did some support that was without the band for Janet Kay, Luciano. You know, these names are really, really big in reggae music. So, like, for me, it's a bit like unreal, but it's amazing. It's great, great memories. And yeah, I mean, Stu knew Susan Cadogan.
Well, Susan Cadogan was another Facebook story.
Yeah.
I knew Susan Cadogan's
Bless Facebook.
Yeah.
From when I was younger, I had a few Susan Cadogan tracks, and particularly there was a version of In the Ghetto, the Elvis song that she'd done to reggae that I really, really liked. And having hooked up and befriended her on Facebook, she'd posted a picture from around about 1975, and I just commented on it. This must have been about the time you did In the Ghetto. And she said, yeah, that's about right, Stuart. I think that was about that time. And I said, oh, well, if you ever want to remake it, I'm sort of half jokingly, you know, my band would be only too happy to help you. And she said, oh, well, let's do it. And we actually did remake it. Never
Wow.
actually got removed because she had other record label links and it was a bit worried about those. But it made the connection, and a few years after that, she joined us in Portsmouth, and we did a gig in Portsmouth, which is her only ever
When
appearance in Portsmouth.
when was it happening? So was it far away from? I mean, was it far from now
2000,
or
2016, the gig in Portsmouth when we backed her. Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna say I'm a bit jealous you're in Portsmouth now. You know, it's just I love that. I love that spot. You know, you just go along the beach and you just don't want to leave.
It takes at least 10 minutes to walk to the beach. You know.
Oh, tell me more. Tell me more. Okay. Okay. And can you tell me more about Lee Scratch Perry? Because I know that's another legend. So how you found the cooperation with him? How was it?
Oh, wow. It's an experience never to be forgotten.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what? We've heard so many stories about him, that he's like
quite mad. Yeah.
Quite mad, and you know, very
In what way? In what way?
Like he's a proper artist. He's a legend. So, you know, he's free. Basically, he's free to do whatever he wants to do. And another thing as well, because he's a very spiritual person, you know, he's got this X-ray in his eyes. So if he doesn't like you, he just doesn't like you. Do you know what I mean? Like, there were like so many different stories about him throwing cakes at the promoters because they wanted to celebrate his birthday and he didn't like their vibes. There's so many different things. So we were like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Should we hide? Like, do you know what I mean? But then,
so pretty unpredictable.
Very, yeah, absolutely. And out of this world. But then, you know, we've met him, and it was just amazing because we played our bit, and then he had his gig, and after his gig he just literally came to our backstage room, our dressing room, and he just chilled with us. Like, there is this video on YouTube where I'm literally singing him a happy birthday and just chilling with him, and you know, it's just amazing. He's such a cute, amazing guy.
But when he looks at you, it's like I think each one of us experienced having him look through our eyes and literally read our
scanning you.
You're literally being scanned.
It's like he knows you. He knows you.
I guess we passed the test because he hung around with us and we had a lot of
fun. You definitely did.
It's scary. It was very lovely. I'm so happy. I'm just, you know, I'm overwhelmed in a positive way, you know, that this.
Are you kind of staying in touch with those guys? So you kind of still updating each other, chatting, yes?
Chat with Susan Cadogan regularly. She's still very keen to come back and do another gig in Portsmouth. So obviously, again, all those sort of plans were shelved for a while, but hopefully we can do something like that again.
Yeah, well, once in a while I do like Lee Scratch Perry posts on his Instagram, especially where he's wearing polished shoes from Zakopane and sleepers, yes. And,
did you buy them one?
No, he bought it. It's coincidence, yes. And then obviously, like, when I saw it on the picture, I was like, oh my God, you're wearing polished shoes. So, yeah, we just, you know, kind of like keeping that, but nothing really, you know, very like close and stuff, because, you know, he's, you know what I mean? So I think we had this time. We should just be happy with that. You know?
Amazing. Yeah. It's a life experience. I'm sure it is. Emilia, I just also, I know you've mentioned you've kind of you're involved in creating videos as well. So as a producer and a stylist, and I want to talk about it. I know you're laughing. I've seen it, and I'm thinking you're so creative. You know, I don't know how you do it. You just kind of switch to one person and another, and then it's just absolutely, you're not recognizable at all. How are you doing? How are you doing it?
I think it's a split personality or something. I don't know.
There's a lot of different Emilias.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? I think like in my genes, this is like a normal thing. Like, there is just so much creativity in my head, which I just can't escape from. And you know, from the time when I was finally able to know that this is me, and you know, I found myself, and I'm not scared of how I am, you know, especially when it comes to some of my crazy ideas. Then that's it, you know. I think I don't know. I just love. I'm creative 24/7. I just can't escape this. This is how it goes. So I just experiment a lot. I do experiment with my look. I think like right now, this is me, and I'm not changing for a long
Yeah.
time.
I think that's what it is. I think that's your main source of energy and your creativity, that you're open to everything. I think that's why you're not kind of finding any limits anywhere, and so that's the main thing. Which is great because every video is so different. And I when I was watching it, thinking, is it definitely the same person? Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. I know you've also said that you're not chasing anything. All you really want is the music to play in your heart, more and more play in your heart. So how are you feeling at the moment? Do you feel like that music is actually playing in your heart?
Yeah, what I love the most, like right now, about the present time is that music is definitely fulfilling my life more than how it was like years ago. So I think it's because of the whole 2020 situation.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I finally was able to, well, life decided for me to make this step and just say, okay, that's it. Do you know what I mean? Like I had to kind of step back a bit from what I was doing for a living, which I still do, but it's on a different level. And now I just kind of feel like I want music to take over, and I'm ready to definitely put not even 100 but 150% into it. And I'm glad that I've got time, and obviously passion is always there for music. And you know, like music is my life. Music is everything to me. I always say that two things which keeps me alive is the music and my child. So this is two reasons why I'm still walking on this earth, you know. And
so true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and now just a question to Stuart, and please be honest. How is it to, cooperate and deal with Emilia? How is she?
Okay, I've got to go, yeah?
She's in the room, I can't be honest.
Well, just be honest.
To be honest, I think we've learned to cope with each other because we both have our ways, believe me. Maybe on the surface you don't see it quite so much with me because I keep a lot more inside, but Emilia does know what's inside sometimes because we've worked together for 8 years. But in those 8 years, I think we've had about 3 fallings out, maybe 4. That's not bad going, really. Is it less than that?
Yeah.
No, okay. Maybe the 4th one wasn't that bad then.
No.
But
it's not even 3.
Was there any casualties?
Not good enough, no. Maybe a few band members have fallen by the wayside here and there.
Okay.
It's actually a real privilege.
He's very patient.
Yeah, I'm very patient, and it's worth it because it's a real privilege to work with Emilia because the quality of what comes through and just the sheer quantity of music that she produces. I mean, I feel like I'm reasonably prolific as a writer in music, but when she's really going for it, I can't keep up. She can write a song while she's waiting for you to plug the instruments in. It's that quick sometimes.
Yeah.
It's true.
I was going to ask you guys. I mean, whoever wished to answer this question is. Can you tell us a bit more about the rest of the band? How you've managed to meet up and how long you've been working together?
Well, we have different members of the band since I've joined the band. Like with the guys which we are in, the guys who are in the family now, we've been playing together for like 3 years.
Yeah,
that's the same
slightly
squad.
Longer, but yeah, it's probably about 3 years.
Yeah,
we haven't had any changes in the band.
Yeah.
Prior to that, we've had quite a lot of different people come and go for all sorts of reasons. Some good, some not so good. But the band that we started, that we played our first gig together with, we are actually the only people left.
Yeah.
So everybody else has sort of moved on.
Yeah.
Brian, one of the guitarists, he joined shortly after that. So he's been with us for most of our gigs. And gradually, as I say, as people have come and gone, we've met new people. And well, Jay, you know, for quite some time before he joined the band.
Jay, who's on the drums, we've met through music as well. We've met through a music competition, a show called Britain's Got Reggae, which was taking which was taking a place in London a couple of years ago. And it was funny as well because he was living around the corner from me, but we even didn't know about it at the time I was living in London. And he's an amazing producer. He's a singer as well, and he's an amazing drummer. So he's with us. Then we've got James on the keys. He contacted Stu online.
Yeah,
he found us online.
Keyboard player, and he's contacted us.
Yeah, and then we've got Clinton, and Clinton is on the lead guitar. And I've met him through Britain's Got Reggae as well. So, you know, we just met each other along the way, and yeah, that's it. Just became a family now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I know you've mentioned EMiliYAH very recently. You've been recording or playing like 18 songs and rehearsing. Can you tell us where we can find those pieces, where you got that available? Is that going to be available soon, or are you going to release it on
the 18 new songs which we've got on the, is it 18? I think it's about 18. Is the songs which we basically preparing for the gigs in Poland. So this is completely new material, because what I've done with Kinyor on our album Imagination, it's never been played live. So this is like, you know, we creating our own version of the songs. So we've got 3 or 4 songs from Imagination. Then there is about, how many songs from Kinyor?
I think there's about 4, isn't there? Which are Kinyor's ones. Although one of them is basically Take 5, the Dave Brubeck song put to reggae.
So we're doing some covers as well, because we will be playing quite a bit more of jazz and blues in Poland as well. So we're doing like do you know what? Actually,
Tougher Rapper, one of the new songs that we've made during lockdown. We're hoping to get that one into the set as well.
So basically, they will be available soon on our Polish album, because we're preparing a Polish album as well. Hopefully it will be out and finished this year.
Yeah, I think something like 5 of the songs we did during lockdown are in Polish. So
Are there any favorite ones you like singing, EMiliYAH? Is it like any of the favorite ones you kind of think, oh, this is the one I love? You know, is it kind of feeling you're getting sometimes when you sing?
Do you know what? I love all of them, and like I can say that I'm very proud of myself when I'm able to sing covers.
Well, it's a challenge. It's a challenge for many of the people, you know.
Because I don't really want to, like, you know, make it sound like it's a karaoke kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Because I want to express the emotions through the lyrics as well, especially when the song is written by a different songwriter. But I love singing my own songs because they like part of me, and they telling my story. And hopefully, you know, I always feel this way, that, you know, as long as they helped me when I was writing them, they can help the listeners as well, you know. So I just basically love sharing like the positive energy through whatever I write. So I love all of them. They're like my children. They're like my babies. So when they sound right, especially when it's a new material, then it just feels good. And we had this situation on our one of the rehearsals we had, and we had to face a song called Imagination, and it's not our song, it's my song with Kinyor. So it was weird to kind of like going into it and, you know, playing all the changes, and I even didn't realize how hard that song is.
Might be, yeah.
Because when I was writing it, it was just, you know, it was easy, it was quick.
It's also it's very different from
different.
what the band have done in the past.
Yeah.
So it was like stepping into a new zone.
Yeah.
And it was quite a complicated song, but I think I've just about nailed it now with a few days before we go to play.
It was a brainstorm,
Yeah.
brainstorming rehearsal when, yeah, but I love it. I love when we need to go, you know, when we just achieving this feeling that, okay, yeah, we love it now.
And where you usually start, you know, when you, let's say you got an idea about a song, do you start with the text or you start with the music? How does it usually kind of work out? Is it so it's a really question to Stuart, I think, maybe, or maybe you, Emilia. So is it just you kind of having like a little brainstorm and thinking, yeah, this is the piece? Yeah.
It depends. I mean, sometimes Emilia will have a pad full of lyrics, and I will have quite separately written some music, which I'll send to her, and she'll say, "Oh, I've got one for this." Another time I'll have written some music, and she'll hear it and just start writing. Other times you've got something you send to me, and I think, "Oh, I can fit something around this." So yeah, it can happen any way whatsoever.
Yeah, and you know, once I think like this is it, like once I'm open and my mind is relaxed, they just flying through. It's like sometimes I just feel like I'm a vessel. Do you know what I mean? It's like the message comes in, and then I just have to write it. So some songs I write in like 5 minutes, and it's all done. You know, intro, verse, chorus, blah blah blah, all that. It's just done. And some songs are more difficult because there is like more changes. If you send me the rhythm, then sometimes I might feel it. Sometimes I might leave it and listen to it later. But some songs like Army, for example, it was a song which came to me in my dream. So I was literally just, you know, I had to wake.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to wake up in the middle of the night and just quickly write the lyrics. And in the morning, I played a couple of chords on the piano. And then when I came back, I think...
the rhythm for Army is actually one that I'd written for the MightyZ album.
Yeah.
And so then I don't know whether you'd heard that before you wrote this song, or
I don't know.
It's just, you know, and then connected the two. So yeah, there's so many different ways it's happened.
Many different ways. There is no one way. Never.
Okay.
How it happens is how it happens. Yeah.
Yeah. We did. I think last time. Lazy Day.
Yeah.
Was the song which I wrote a couple of years ago, and I think that was like the first time we actually had some form of like a writing session. But this is something what we definitely need more. We need more like writing sessions where we all can like meet together and, you know, create together. Oh my god, that will be like some different level.
It's not too many.
Yeah.
Where I was going to ask you as well, guys, where you usually meet up if you kind of have those ideas? Do you usually meet up in Emilia's house, or you go somewhere else? You just go out somewhere where, you know, you got some nice peace and quiet. So how usually you pick up the spot where you can focus?
Well, most of the time, like we do send the music through like online. But when like, for the rehearsals, we do meet either in Portsmouth or we travel to London, because half of our band is based in London, so we still kind of need to find a way how to meet up.
Okay.
But I must say that we are extremely blessed to have a band which does not rehearse that much.
Not nearly as much as they ought to. No. Unfortunately, they're talented enough that with minimal.
They are talented. I was going to say it's just like a click, so you don't really need that any rehearsal. So yeah, okay.
Down parts at home as much as possible, and then so that when we meet, we're not wasting time. Everybody usually more or less knows the songs, and it's just a case of tightening up and maybe just working on a few intros and outros.
Yeah, because it's fun. Cool.
Yeah.
I was gonna.
Yeah. Can I ask you, Stuart, what's that beautiful guitar you're holding? Can you tell us a bit more about, you know, what kind of type it is? Is it?
Well, it's an Ibanez. Hang on, it's an Ibanez. It's my electroacoustic. So I bought it because it's nice if you're out camping or anything like that to have something acoustic that you can play and hear. But it also plugs in, so it's quite useful for gigs. When I first bought it, it was sort of to be my second bass, more for just having fun with. But I have used it a lot in gigs, and it kind of partly led to us starting the acoustic band up, because we do a full electric 6-piece band, and we also have a 4-piece with a cajon and with acoustic guitars. So yeah.
Do you need to treat it in any special way? So you kind of maintaining it, or
maintaining it? That's probably, I'm sure a lot of bassists would kill me when I say I don't really think too much about things like that. Every now and then I think they're really bad, but no, it doesn't need any particular special maintenance.
Okay.
Put it up and play.
That's great. That's great. Okay, guys, I think it's a high time to hear your absolutely fantastic music. So if once you're ready, please get comfortable and show us a bit more about how your beautiful music sounds.
Okay, well, so we've got this song, which is called Sunshine. Let me just set up.
Okay.
Not in your way.
Anyone is listening, guys? So they're just preparing for a really beautiful song. So just stay with us.
Yeah, I'll be here. I've got my consola tutaj. Ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Brings so much happiness, makes you forget about your fears, forget about your stress. Oh, 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 a little sunshine brings so much happiness, makes you forget about your fears, forget about your stress. There is nothing more beautiful than colorful rainbow when God sends the rain. It washes away our pain. It washes away every little sin. My heart is pure. My heart is clean. A little bit of sunshine brings so much happiness, makes you forget about your fears, forget about your stress. Oh, 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 oh. A little bit of sunshine brings so much happiness, makes you forget about your fears, forget about your stress. You keep on complaining, you never got enough. People are suffering, but their life is not. So be happy you can walk, be happy you can breathe, be happy you can talk, be happy you can see. Yeah, a little bit of sunshine brings so much happiness, makes you forget about your fears, forget about your stress. Oh, 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 a little bit of sunshine brings so much happiness, makes you forget about your fears, forget about your stress. A little bit, a little bit of sunshine. A little bit, yes. A little bit, a little of sunshine. A little bit. Oh, 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 yeah. Ooh,
Woo! Amazing. Pięknie. That's amazing. Okay, dziękuję. I'm really I don't know what to say. I'm so glad, you know, and I know there was some guys that waiting for anything you're gonna sing because they love you.
Thank you.
They love
Please.
you. Okay, guys. I think, I mean, all I'm gonna say is I'm hoping you're gonna just do more and more of that music, and if anything you're gonna be kind of planning to perform even here in England, please tell me or tell us just generally. I'm gonna follow you anyway, Emilia. I'm gonna follow your fan page just to see where you're gonna be performing, and you, Stuart. So I want to thank you for your time, and I hope if there is any questions, maybe there might be some questions coming up afterwards. So I'll pass you them. Some of the people may message me directly or maybe yourself. So I'm just going to pass it to you. So thank you for your time. And I hope we're going to see you soon live somewhere, somehow.
Yes.
All the best. All the best to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dziękujemy.
Okay. Thank you so much. You have a lovely afternoon, guys. Take care.
And you.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.